I don't want to lose our valley. It's our valley and I don't want to lose it to them. To that coach house over there.
I've had enough of your rubbish.
And I've had enough of your rubbish.
You don't need to start giving me no trouble now.
I'll give you as much trouble as I want to give you. It's our land, and you're in it.
In those hills over there, we stopped 3 Nazi tanks. But the apple orchard had already been destroyed. Our beautiful dairy farm is all in ruins. I set fire to it, comrade.
What you mean you set fire to our comrade for?
Firstly, I would like to protest against the restriction of time for discussion. We of the Galanticus coach house have spent 3 days and 3 nights in getting there. And now we allowed the discussion for only half a day.
Comrade, we no longer have as many villages, and no longer as many working hands, and no longer as much time.
All pleasures have to be rationed. Tobacco is rationed, and wine and discussion too.
Death to the fascists! But I will come to the point and explain to you why we want our valley back. There are a great many reasons, but I will begin with one of the simplest. McKinney Abakidze, unpack the goat's cheese.
Excuse me, children.
We've got cheese. Come on.
Help yourselves, comrades. Start in.
Is this meant to influence us, perhaps?
How could it be meant as an influence, sir, you valley thief? Everyone knows you'll take the cheese, and the valley too. All I expect from you is an honest answer. Do you like the cheese?
The answer is yes.
Oh, I might have known you know nothing about cheese!
Why not, when I tell you I like it?
Because you can't like it! Because it's not what it was in the old days. And why not? Because the goats don't like the new grass they used to like the old. Or cheese is not cheese because grass is not grass. That's it. Mind you, put that in your report.
But your cheese is excellent.
It's not excellent! Barely decent. The new grazing land is no good, whatever the young people may say. Doesn't even smell of morning there in the morning. It's impossible to live there, I tell you. The valley has belonged to us for centuries.
What does that mean? For centuries? Nothing belongs to anyone for centuries. When you were young, you didn't even belong to yourself, but to Prince Kazbeki.
According to the law, the valley belongs to us.
The laws will have to be re-examined in any case, to see whether they're still valid.
That's obvious. Does it make no difference what tree stands next to where one was born? Or what neighbour one has? Doesn't that make any difference? We want to go back to our culture so we can have you valley thieves as our neighbours. Now you can laugh that one off.
Then why don't you listen to what your neighbour, Kato Vaktang, our agronomist, has to say about your valley?
We haven't said nearly all we have to say about our valley. Not all the houses have been destroyed. At least the foundation wall of the dairy farm is still standing.
You can claim state support.
We're not trading now. I can't take your cap and hand you another one and say, this one's better. The other one might be better, but you prefer yours.
A piece of land is not like a cap. Not in our country, comrade.
Last winter, comrades, while we were fighting here in these fields, we discussed how, after the expulsion of the Germans, we could improve our fields from what they originally were tenfold. I have here a plan prepared for the irrigation of these fields. With the help of a coffer dam on our mountain ridge over there, then we could irrigate 300 hectares of unfertile land.
Hectares? Well, I never do that many land around
Our
here.
cultures could not only produce more fruit, but we could also produce wine.
Why?
This project would only pay, however, if we had the use of the disputed valley, the Galinx Kolchos. Here are the calculations.
Right into your report that our Kolchos plans to start a new stud farm.
Comrade, this project was conceived in the days and nights we had to take cover in them mountains. Often without any ammunition for our few rifles. Even to find a pencil was difficult.
That's right.
That's right.
Our thanks to the Rosa Luxemburg Kolchos for defending our country.
I got clap for that.
Yeah.
Our thoughts were that our soldiers, both your men and our men, should return to a still more fertile homeland.
As the poet Mayakovsky says, the home of the Soviet people shall also be the home of reason. Look at that!
Oh, I'm not gonna look at it. I knew the project would be good. Huh, I'm not gonna have a revolver pointed at my chest.
But they're only pointing a pencil at your chest.
These valley thieves know only too well that we can't resist projects and machinery.
You yourself are the worst one at projects, that is well known.
Aye.
I will support the transfer. What about you, Alico?
I move that you give us copies of them drawings to take along.
Well, then we can all sit down to eat. Once he has the drawings and is ready to discuss them, the affair is settled. I know him, and it will be the same for the rest of us.
Long live the Galinx Kolchos.
Yes.
And all the best of luck to your new stud farm.
Aye.
Comrades, in honour of the visit of the delegates from the Galinx Kolchos and of the expert, we've arranged a play featuring the singer Arkady Chiedze, which has some bearing on our problem.
Comrades, your play will have to be good. We're going to have to pay for it with a valley.
This is the Galinx Kolchos, Arkady.
I'm very honoured to make your acquaintance. I've heard about your songs ever since I was at school.
This time it's a play with songs. Almost the whole Kolchos takes part. We have even brought along the old masks.
Is it gonna be one of them old legends?
A very old one. It's called Chalk Circle and it's derived from the Chinese. But we'll perform it in an adapted version. Comrades, we consider it an honour to perform for you after such a difficult debate. And we hope that the words of the old poet sound as good in the shadows of the Soviet tractors. And while we know it's a mistake to mix different wines, mixing old wisdom and new works very well.